We're gonna unpack the real Gojo, the guy behind the hype. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see why this character is so freaking awesome. So grab your snacks and let's get into the wild ride that is Satoru Gojo's story. Alright, let's rewind to baby Gojo. Picture this, you're born into the Gojo clan and boom, everyone's already expecting you to be the next big thing. Talk about pressure, right? Little Gojo didn't even get to chill with his parents. Nah, they shipped him off for training faster than you can say jujutsu. Imagine being a kid and instead of learning how to ride a bike, you're learning how to manipulate cursed energy. That's Gojo's childhood in a nutshell. The dude was basically treated like a weapon from day one. No wonder he turned out to be such a complex character. It's like being the main character in a game, but you don't get to choose your class or skills. They're chosen for you. Now I know what you're thinking. But bro, Gojo's just naturally OP. Hold up fam, that's where most people get it wrong. Yeah, Gojo's got the 6 eyes and limitless technique, but that's like saying you're automatically good at Fortnite just because you've got a gaming PC. Nah, Gojo had to grind hard to get where he is. Yuta even said that using limitless is insanely difficult, even with the 6 eyes. It's like trying to play a crazy hard guitar solo while solving a Rubik's Cube, blindfolded. Gojo didn't just wake up one day being the strongest. He put in the work, day in, day out. So next time someone says Gojo's just naturally talented, hit him with these facts. Okay, now we're getting to the juicy part. Gojo's awakening. Picture this. Young Gojo, thinking he's hot stuff, gets absolutely wrecked by Toji Fushiguro. It's like when you think you're the best player in your squad, and then you meet a pro who completely destroys you. But here's where it gets wild. Instead of rage quitting, Gojo levels up in the most epic way possible. He unlocks the secrets of reverse curse technique, and boom, Red and Hollow Purple enter the chat. This is like unlocking the secret final boss character in a fighting game. Gojo went from strong to absolutely broken. But remember, this power-up came at a cost. It's the moment Gojo truly became isolated at the top. Let's talk about Gojo's infinity technique for a sec. This isn't just some cool power. It's deep, man. Think about it. A technique that literally keeps everything away from you. That's some heavy symbolism right there. Before his awakening, Gojo had to manually turn infinity on and off. It's like he could choose when to let people in. But after mastering reverse curse technique, infinity's on 24/7. It's like Gojo put up an unbreakable wall between himself and everyone else. Can you imagine how lonely that must be? It's like being the only one in your friend group who doesn't get the inside jokes. Gojo's technique is literally pushing everyone away, even when he might not want to. So Gojo becomes this unstoppable force, right? He could have easily taken over the whole jujutsu world if he wanted to. But nah, my man decides to become a teacher instead. That's like if the final boss in a game suddenly became your tutorial guide. Why'd he do it? Because Gojo's playing the long game. He knew that forcing change would just lead to more problems. Instead, he decided to nurture the next generation. It's like he's creating his own squad of mini Gojos to shake up the jujutsu world. Gojo saw the flaws in the system and instead of just complaining about it, he decided to fix it from the ground up. That's some 200 IQ move right there. Now let's talk about Gojo's students, especially Yuji and Yuta. These guys are special and not just because they're strong. Nah, they're the ones who see Gojo as more than just the strongest. Remember when Yuji asked to pat Gojo's back? That's not just a funny moment, it's huge. It's like someone seeing past your Instagram filters and liking the real you. Gojo went all out to protect these kids from execution. Twice for Yuji. That's not just a teacher looking out for his students, that's Gojo fighting against the very system that made him who he is. He's trying to give these kids the childhood and freedom he never had. It's like he's rewriting his own story through them. Here's the thing about Gojo that blows my mind. Everyone thinks they get him, but almost no one really does. It's like when people think they know you based on your social media, but they've got no clue about your real life. Gojo's this super popular character, right? But most fans love him for his strength and looks. The irony is crazy. The very thing that makes him popular is what makes him misunderstood. Remember that quote about flowers? Gojo's saying you can help someone grow, but you can't force them to understand you. That's deep, man. It's like Gojo's accepted that he'll always be a bit alone, even when he's surrounded by people who admire him. Alright, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Gojo's final showdown with Sukuna. This wasn't just any fight. This was the clash of the titans, the ultimate boss battle. Gojo went in solo against the king of curses. That's like facing the final boss without your party members. Why'd he do it? To protect his students? To give them a fighting chance. Gojo knew the odds, but he still gave it his all. He managed to injure Sukuna, setting the stage for the ultimate team-up of his students. Even in his final moments, Gojo was still teaching, still protecting. It's like he was saying, I've shown you the way. Now it's your turn to finish this fight. So Gojo's gone. But man, his impact, that's gonna last forever. It's like when your favorite character in a series dies, but their actions keep influencing the story. Gojo reshaped the entire jujutsu world. He was the unmovable wall, the ultimate deterrent. With him gone, it's like the game's difficulty just got cranked up to extreme. But here's the thing. Gojo's true legacy isn't his strength. It's the seeds of change he planted in his students. He gave them the tools to rebuild the Jujutsu world. It's like he set up the ultimate clan in a game and then logged off, trusting his teammates to win the war. The void Gojo left behind isn't just about power. It's about the vision he had for a better future. Let's circle back to that flower quote, because it's low-key the key to understanding Gojo. You can admire a flower and help it bloom, but you can't ask it to understand you. That's some deep stuff right there. It's like Gojo's talking about his students, but he's also talking about himself. He's the flower that everyone admires that grew despite harsh conditions. But at the same time, he's the gardener nurturing the next generation. It's a reminder that connections have limits. You can care for someone, help them grow, but you can't force understanding. It's like Gojo accepted his role as this almost mythical figure, knowing he'd never be fully understood, but still choosing to nurture others. Gojo wasn't just a character, he was a whole vibe. Game changer who reshaped the Jujutsu world. His journey shows us that true strength isn't just about power. It's about what you do with it. Gojo chose to nurture the future, to break the cycle he was born into. As we say goodbye to this legendary character, let's remember, Gojo's story isn't over. It lives on in every character he touched, in every fan he inspired. So here's my question to you. What would you do if you had Gojo's strength? How would you change the world? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep Gojo's legacy alive. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more awesome anime content. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.